Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to look at a question from arithmetic sequences. We are told that the first term of an arithmetic sequence is 2x plus 1, and the common difference is x plus 1. If the product of the first and the second terms is 0, find the first three terms of the two possible sequences. Therefore, it means that we're going to have two possible sequences in this progression, and therefore the first term, which can be let to be a, is given by the first term 2x plus 1. Then the common difference, which can be abbreviated small letter d, is x plus 1. That means for us to get a term, we should add this common difference to the first term until we get the term we want. And in this case, we are given the product of the first and the second terms. That means we only need to evaluate the second term in this case. And because there is a common difference, then we need to say the second term equals to 2x plus 1 plus x plus 1, because this is the common difference, this is the first term. Therefore, this second term is going to be 3x plus 2, 3x plus 2. Therefore, we are now told the first and the second terms have a product of 0. That means when we take the first term, which is 2x plus 1, then we multiply this by the third term, which is 3x plus 2, we supposed to get a 0. Therefore, you can see when we factorize this one, we will end up getting a quadratic equation. The quadratic equation now, for it to be solved, will end up being factorized again back to these factors. So instead of factorizing, or instead of expanding to factorize again, then we can evaluate the quadratic equation at this level and say that 2x plus 1 equals to 0, and also 3x plus 2 equals a 0. This means the value of x is going to be negative 1 out of 2, and for the second case, the value of x equals to negative 2 out of 3, because we have to take 2 here, making it a negative, then we divide by 3. So negative 2/3 and negative 1/2 are the two possible values of x. That means now we can get the exact value of our first term. So the first term, which is 2x plus 1, when x is negative 1/2, it means we will have 2 times negative 1/2, 2 into negative 1/2, then we add 1, 2 into negative 1/2, then we add 1. This becomes 0. A is 0. Then when a is 0, the value of d is going to be x, which is negative 1/2, and we add 1, negative 1/2 plus 1. This becomes 1/2. So there is one of the progressions whose first term is 0 and a common difference of 1/2. Therefore, find the first three terms of the two possible sequences. The first three terms of the first sequence, whereby x is negative 1/2. Now the first three terms will be 0, 1/2, and the third term, when we add 1/2, will be 1. So that is the first progression. The next progression, whereby the value of x is negative 2/3, now we'll have a first term which is equivalent to 2 into negative 2/3 plus 1. So the first term is going to be 2 into negative 2/3, then we add 1. This is going to give us negative 1/3 as our first term a. Then for the same case, the common difference is given by x plus 1. So negative 2 out of 3 plus 1. So negative 2 out of 3 plus negative 2 thirds plus 1 is going to give us a third. So now the second possible sequence is having the value of x as this, making first term to be negative a third and a common difference of a third. So if the first term is negative a third, to get the second term we need to add a third. Negative a third plus a third, that gives us exactly 0. And when we add a third again for the third term, we're going to have the third term as a third. So these are the first 3 terms of the second progression. The first 3 terms of the first progression. So thank you for following. Subscribe and share this link.